everybody, One of Wisdom here with one of my favorite Skylanders ever, Dino-Rang. Dino-Rang has been a castaway since the days of SSA, which is the pose that you see here. He's got the green base, he's in his traditional, pretty aggressive form. Obviously, SSA is one of the original 32, one of the original 4 Earth Element characters, which again, that was the mighty impressive roster that included Bash, Dino-Rang, Prism Break, and of course Terrafin, making it, in my opinion, the most formidable lineup of, basically a game's elemental roster ever. Those are 4 of my. I'm okay with Bash, but the other 3 are fantastic in my books. Bash is super OP. It's kind of funny, he hasn't been around since Giants. That pose was very hard to find, but someone that's been away even longer is of course Dino-Rang. So Terrafin, Prism Break, they both seen pretty wide range of reposes and selections for you. But Dino-Rang has always been just kind of relegated to the back of the pack, and I don't know why. With Boomer, you've got the theory that he just didn't sell well initially. People thought he was ugly. People didn't really take the time to upgrade him and realize he was good. Ghost Roaster, you have the theory that, parents thought he was too evil to purchase for kids. Voodoo kind of falls into the Boomer category. He also did not sell well in SSA, but Dino-Rang, he might not have been the most popular, but I never understood why he wasn't more popular, because he's a dinosaur. He's got an Australian accent, and he uses boomerangs. It's like, if I was a kid, in the target audience, I would have eaten this guy up. I would have thought he was the greatest thing ever. It was like, screw Spyro, this guy is awesome. And as an adult, when I played the game for the first time, I was drawn to Dino-Rang. So that's kind of the backstory there. And again, if you pay attention to his upgrades when we introduce him, and his background story even, he has a lot of kind of untapped potential in terms of places we could go, upgrades we could see as a supercharger, totally reimagined, if you will. Also, since he was never reposed with a Series 2, 3, etc., the Wow Pals for this guy could be pretty crazy. And that's just going with pre-existing movesets. But nonetheless, as I've done with these other 2, I haven't made the polls yet, but I intend to tonight. Gonna be a poll on the Skylander Club forum. Anybody can vote, whether you're registered or not. He's got his eye on you. Dino-Rang wants you to vote. Do you like this pose better, or the pose we're about to see of Dino-Rang in his elite form? So, what we will do, we can't set him down there because we're going to have to unbox him just to rebox him. We kind of do that with the elites. We'll set him on top of Thump Truck so we can kind of get a feel for that vehicle. Anyway, here it is. This is his box art. Again, I am a big fan of the actual box of the elites. The elites here in the US, $21.99. Toys R Us is the only place you can get them. On the first-hand market, anyway. There is his pose. It is awesome. Huge fan of Dino-Rang. I felt like he was never really appreciated that much. People didn't really get a good grasp of this. Oh, he's too hard to control the boomerangs, blah, blah, blah. Practice. You don't just show up, and pitch no-hitters. You have to actually perfect your craft, if you will. So he's somebody that if you take the time and spend a little bit of just messing around, learning how to throw the boomerangs, how to use the soul gem to pick up the food and the coins, etc. Pretty fun and unique character. Unique is a big word, and it's something I am fond of with Skylanders. Coming around here to the back, if you're unaware about what the elites are. Oh, Toys R Us, you and your fabulous shipping. Alright. Eon's elites are the selected few that have displayed courage and bravery against all odds. Elite Skylanders, they're fully upgraded toy figures. They have the max character level, which again, that's been controversial here, but you have to realize my channel mainly caters to the purists, the hardcore players. I don't think the majority of the audience will be like, whoa, cool, level 20 already. Whereas, the people I kind of cater to is like, wait, I wanted to get him, maxed out. So, again, my advice for the future, if they do elites in Skylanders 6, whatever that may be, maybe just give us a whole bunch of money and That would work. That would be good with me. 3x more powerful, and that has been to a T in all my research in the past. And the 3D diorama collector case, and I believe last time around they called that background the 3D lenticular background, something along those lines. So Elite Dino-Rang, of course, he's the Earth Element representative, which is very cool. Previous Elite Skylander from the Earth Element is, of course, Elite Terrafin. But right here, we've got 6. Why there's not air and fire, I don't know. I'm the only person that says this. I'm probably the only person that believes it has a slight chance, even though it's very, very unlikely. I would like to see Activision come out with a poll. These are for New Year's surprise, Valentine's Day gift for Singles Awareness Day, May Day, spring break, I don't know. But poll people, the fans of the game, the people on social media outlets, whatever it may be, and say, who do you want to be the Air Element Elite? Who do you want to be the Fire Element Elite? Even if they pre-select a few. Sunburn, Igniter, Flame Slinger, and they let those 3 collect votes. And ultimately Sunburn wins because he's a castaway. And we got the castaway theme going. I think that would be a fantastic idea, and it would give them a good feel for the fan base, kind of get a drive of where everyone's at, etc. And again, that's me throwing something out there that I think would be smart and I think would be cool. And probably won't happen, but it should, because it would be cool. If you think it's cool, like this video so it gets more attention. Leave it down in the comment section that you want a poll and you want to have a fan vote to determine air and fire elites, because it makes no sense not to have them. Light and dark, yeah, I don't need an elite there, but what about Warnado? What about Lightning Rod, since he was featured in this game? His people were featured in... Actually, he was featured in this game in statue form, for gosh sakes. Just, like I said, run with it, make some chatter. Maybe something will happen, you never know. But joining Dino-Rang, you've got Boomer, Ghost Roaster. They're kind of like the back end, if you will, the final 3. First 3, Voodooed, Zook, and Slam Bam, released alternating Sundays. 3 Sundays in a row. These guys, the last 3, they just all got dumped at Toys R Us on the 29th of November. I don't know why, but they did. I'm not going to complain, because otherwise we'd still be waiting for this guy. So, let's go ahead and open him up if we can. And we got the first part done. The second part is the hardest, because they tend to fold these box tops inside the plastic. Me personally, when I repack them, I put this flap outside the plastic up against the cardboard. It just flows way better when you go with my method. At least I think it does. This right here will walk you through how to do everything with your Elite. I'll do the same. And if you don't like drawings, I'll kind of outline it for you. He is packed in there really nice. This piece right here keeps the case, from swinging around in the box. We'll set it down. We'll turn this upside down, and voila, we're going to get a good look at Elite Dino-Rang. So, here he is in all of his Elite glory, and might I say, he looks fantastic. Very similar pose. First one might be a tad more aggressive of a look. This is kind of more of like a playful banter, yet he's holding, I guess, what was it, the obsidian boomerangs? A little bit more intimidating. His bio actually speaks of some diamond boomerangs, which we'll cover that here in a little bit. But the case itself, this is how most people display their elites. I actually like it in the box. You get a feel for this case, but the packaging on the box is very, very nice. I like it a lot, and that's what I choose to do. So you got your Earth Element logo, Elite Dino-Rang. Again, depending on the lighting, that'll be reflective or matte, which is a nice touch. Brown all the way around with a traditional Earth Element mountain in the background. Right here, you've got, if you can see it, that black arrow, that's on the inside of the case. It kind of holds this plastic base inside to the recess we'll check a look at. But right here you see push, so you want to pull on that. No, you really do want to push. You want to exercise caution. Tilt this up, and it pops freely. Right there is a good look at the Earth Element backdrop. I've heard they don't interconnect. The Elites last time when we had 8, you could line them all up and make this like diorama picture. I did it. I don't know if anyone else did, but I did. Made a video on it if you want to check that out. I haven't had all the Elites, so I don't know for sure, but I have been told they do not connect this time. Not a big deal, but it was something cool. Kind of encourage you to open them up. But we will leave that there. If you want to pull that out, you can. It's just held in loosely. But right here, if you want to free Dino-Rang and have him loose, you're just going to want to pull this down. You can pop this plastic piece out, pull him out. If you want this plastic piece away for when you display him, you can see that little tab right there. There's some adhesive on that. He'll just gel there. If you want the best of both worlds, you could do like Velcro or something. The Elites, we could take Ghost Roaster right now in this case, in the box. He'll register on the portal just fine, so no worries there. It's not like Amiibo, there's no metal strips or anything. But if you pop this up, there used to be stuff, there's not anymore, sadly. Why can't we pop it up? Because there's tape on more sides than this one. Anyway, down there, that's where cards used to hang out for the Elites, and we don't get those anymore, even though they're Elites, which I don't know why, but hey, if you want to put like notes in there, a time capsule, 20 bucks, so I don't know why, but whatever, you can do that and have some fun there. Nonetheless, I like to leave it like this because it just kind of keeps them more secure, and then I don't have to worry about adhesive wearing off or something in the heat. Inevitably, in the summer, the air conditioning will go out again, and who knows what will happen this year. But nonetheless, here he is. Great detail on those boomerangs, in my opinion. The white on his fingernails, or claws, we should say, since he's a dinosaur. Keep in mind, dinosaur, not a dragon. Dinosaur. Kind of sets him apart, makes him unique, you know. But right there, very, very cool finish. That's kind of like a Dune bug type element to it. A little bit more green than, I guess, like the chroma purple. Very cool glove structure here. It's kind of like, you know, weightlifting gloves where you have the knuckles, you know, exposed type of a deal. So pretty sweet touch there. Got the red on the spine that we like to see, pops very nicely against the green. I think this green is a bit brighter, which that's not necessarily a bad thing in all honesty. Same thing here on this hand. Same orange eyes, which is very unique. It complements the color scheme quite nicely in my opinion. Gold on the earth portion of the base, and then of course, as with all Elites, down there around the RFID area, you get a clear base. That's how you can always distinguish those. So, side by side, it's pole battle time. Take the link down below or go to SkylanderClub.com. Scroll down to polls and discussion, click that, and then you should see tons of polls, but one of them will be Dino-Rang. I don't know how I'll title it, but like Elite Dino-Rang versus SSA Dino-Rang. And it'll simply be, which pose do you personally like better? I'm kind of a sucker for the SSA stuff, but this one looks pretty good. Again, the green, the contrast, and, you know, Elite Dino-Rang, which they didn't like deck these out as much as the other characters. Previous Elites, they kind of did like the whole on custom paint. These are kind of more true to form with just like small touches like the boomerangs getting a special treatment, boomers, bombs, the pain chain, etc. Dino-Rang is not like glittery or metallic or anything himself. It's just a brighter color of green. I don't know, this is kind of more like color book dinosaur, and this is kind of like more real world swamp dinosaur coloration of green. So it's tough. I won't spoil it. I won't tell you what I'll do. I'll just vote just like everyone else. You do not have to be a registered member to vote. Anyone can vote. You can vote multiple times. Not from the same browser, but like if you've got Chrome, you can open Firefox and vote there. You can get on your iPad and vote from Safari. You can vote from your phone. You can go in private or incognito, vote there. You can tell your friends to vote. If you're at grandma's house, you can vote from her computer. Whatever you need to do to make sure that your favorite pose of Dino-Rang gets the most votes, that's what you need to do. So here they are again, side by side, just so you've got a good comparison. It looks like his tail grew significantly. That's one glaring differential here that we should make note of. Also, his I don't even know what we would call that. I'm not a biologist type person, but where the red spiky things are, he's got like one set down here, and now they're running pretty much the whole length of the tail. I can't remember an upgrade that does that. I don't know if the obsidian armor, He had Grand Boomerang Master, I believe, was a top path, which I couldn't take that because I had to take Earthen Avenger, and it's not because of the Stone Fist uppercuts, which are pretty cool. Bash had something similar, but it's because he's one of those characters you always hear me reminisce about that had a path that had plus 40 armor tied into it, and that path was Earthen Avenger. And anytime there was speed or armor tied in, I'm almost guaranteed to always take that path first. So the Grand Boomerang Master kind of trigger happy-ish, if I remember right. I think the boomerangs bounce. And then Earthen Avenger, the main draw, of course, the Stone Fist Traps got an upgrade. I think you could have four, maybe. I think it was 4. It kind of like surrounded you. But the main thing, again, that armor, which is oh so sweet. Particularly in the early games, that was a very big deal, getting plus 40 on your armor. Anyway, we will set him down again, cast the votes, SkylanderClub.com, polls and discussion section. If you want to chat about it, say why you voted on the forum, sign up, I'll activate your account. It's free, it's easy, or you can just leave comments here and say who you pick and why. If you comment on the YouTube video with which pose you prefer, please vote, because I don't want to spend all of my life going in and tabulating votes from the YouTube comment section. So, very easy. I run the site. It's safe. No crazy stuff's going to happen to your computer. So, anyway, background story on this guy for you, so you can kind of see where they could go with him if he ever gets that Series 2 pose he should have. For years, Dino-Rang, and there is a hyphen in his name, by the way. Always interesting to me to see which, like, Riptide doesn't have a hyphen, Dino-Rang has a hyphen. Always interesting. But for years, Dino-Rang trained to use weapons of his tribe, earthen boomerangs. His people were skilled hunters in a world far away from the realm of Skylands. As he slept one night, a freak portal suddenly opened beneath him. Sounds mighty chaotic, doesn't it? That's not part of the story, that's me interjecting things. Unsure of how or why he arrived in Skylands, Dino-Rang set out to explore the world that was suddenly his new home. Eventually becoming a Skylander, he now fights with his own brand of Dino Justice hyphen there as well, while seeking out the fabled twin diamond boomerangs, which he believes could hold the clues to his greater destiny. And with that cliffhanger, my friends, we have been denied a Series 2 pose of Dino-Rang, and we have not seen him since SSA, until now, when he's been reposed as an elite for Skylander Superchargers. So, here he is. He looks fantastic, and one of my personal favorites. I've mentioned this a few times. People always ask me, what is your favorite, special figure? Your chase, can be holidays, alt decos, super rare stuff. Stuff Activision has sent out. What is your favorite one? And I've said it a few times in video form for you, and I'm going to show you once more because I mentioned to you that Boomer even had a silver variant there at the beginning. Right here, it is Silver Dino-Rang. This is sealed. This is vintage 2011. It was a Christmas present to me from my nephew. He was very young at the time, young enough to be at the end cap of a local electronics store where this was like on the second peg from the floor, and be like, ooh, And this is like when, this was before employees were scalping stuff. Nobody really, cared about Skylanders that much. It was just sort of getting going. And the silvers were, I believe, the first chase variants. There were golds, of course, too. Was Boomer silver or gold? I can't really remember. I want to say silver. Anyway, it doesn't matter because Dino-Rang was silver. And I know that looks like a spray bomb, but this is a chase variant. This is a legit deal. He didn't find one of these. He found 2 of them. And he went ahead, he showed his mom, my sister. They picked them up because I'd, told them about, the chase variants and everything. I'd found the gold Flame Slinger. Actually, after that is when I found gold Flame Slinger in the triple pack. But he found this, and it was very, very cool since he gave it to me. It has extra special meaning, and I believe this one comes in level 5 and 2,500 coins, if I'm remembering correctly. But this, to date, remains my favorite chase variant, my favorite Skylander figure, mainly because my nephew found it. He was so young, and it was a Christmas present, so very cool stuff there. But there that is side by side. We'll see if we can Ooh, that would be a clickbaity thumbnail, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be the ultimate clickbait? I try to stay away from that stuff. I stick to what we actually do in the videos. But suck on that, YouTube third-party multi-channel scam artists. There's some clickbait for you suckers. We've got Elite Dino-Rang, SSA Dino-Rang, and one of the original Chase variants, Silver Dino-Rang. So very cool stuff there. Keep this one, actually. That Silver Dino-Ring is away from all the other Skylanders in a special place. So you might have been on the pool table for a little while way back in the Giant days, and I kind of had to, move around, make space for the new stuff. But he's still here, still very well liked and appreciated. But here it is, here they are. We've got to get to the portion of the video where we reseal this guy. If you're interested in seeing his introduction and his upgrades, make sure you are subscribed. That'll keep you up with all the latest. You can follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. Personal site, oneofwisdom.com, tons of Skylanders info there. You can check out my custom painted Skylanders. Speaking of, I do have another Dino-Rang. It is an original SSA, still in the packaging. I think I bought it when they first became... You have to realize, like, Dino-Rang and Voodooed were both pretty hard to find. I don't know, maybe like midway through Giants, for people just getting into it. And they never really came back around full-blown. But you could sometimes find them, like a fruit box was restocked at your local Toys R Us or something. But now it's become a deal where a couple, maybe it was like mid-Swap Force time, somewhere in there, they actually ran another batch of Dino-Rang and Voodoo. They became readily available once more. That's why you might have seen one. Just like the Stump Smashes that came later on, where this is sort of like the pale green. If you have one of those reruns of Dino-Rang that came later on, it'll be the brighter green, sort of like the Elite. That's one way you can tell the difference between them. But somewhere I started to get it out, but I don't know exactly what storage container it's in. I've got a sealed SSA Dino-Rang. Always planned on doing a custom paint job there, just haven't gotten around to it. So that'll be something you'll see in the not too distant future, possibly. Kind of need to focus on superchargers, but the nostalgic characters, the original SSA, that's kind of where my, I don't know how to phrase it well, but that's where my strongest sympathies will always lies with the original 32. So that's just me and my take on it, but again, that's something I wanted to do, and that's how I finally got to take the Grand Boomerang Master path. But Earthen Avenger with that plus 40 armor, it's hard to pass that up. So nonetheless, Elite Dino-Rang, $21.99, I believe. I don't know when this video will go up, possibly Sunday, and that might be too late, but you should have already seen this. If you didn't, you're kicking yourself for not being a subscriber, because I made several videos now stressing, spend $40, get $20 off at Toys R Us, buy Ghost Roaster for $21.99, you can get Dino-Rang for $1.99 with the $20 off. So pretty sweet deal in terms of the Elites. I don't know if Toys R Us will match that ever again or not. Probably later on you can get a similar deal, but for now that's a pretty sweet setup, I've got to say. So keep that in mind. Introductions for these guys coming up, upgrades for these guys coming up, unboxings for the Wave 3 characters that some of you probably are ranting and raving wanting to see that before these Elites that have been around. But again, to me, this is where it's at. This is what I get the most excited about, and it's where I kind of try to prioritize that. So coming up next will be Wave 3 in terms of the unboxings, and I know people will be mad. You want the magic stuff, Splat and Big Bubble Pop Fizz. I'm doing Lava Lance Eruptor again. I'm kind of the old school, the old guard of Skylanders, if you will, and I don't care about the views. I care about having fun, and for me, the most anticipated of the Wave 3 stuff, believe it or not, is Lava Lance Eruptor. I'm very excited to see how he has been reimagined. So that said, this is an incredible lineup of Elites. We've actually got Voodoo and Zook over there who've been introduced on the portal. We're waiting on Slam Bam. He's in transit somehow. He went from Ohio to Pennsylvania. And eventually he'll arrive in Texas and probably bring some nasty northeastern snowstorm with him or something. But he is in transit, so as soon as we get him, we will probably drop whatever we're doing with Wave 3 and unbox, showcase, and introduce Elite Slam Bam. So very excited to see his pose in person. It looks like they did a lot of cool add-on stuff with it. But I will quit rambling. Subscribe if you have not. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. Make sure you cast your vote in these polls. We'll have them for all the elites. I'll come in and crank them all out. Which pose do you like better? Simple as that. Leave your reasons in the videos, or if you're a member on the forum, sign up there. Cast your vote and your reasoning there. But I'm tired, I'm losing my voice, and I need to go play Skylanders and Minecraft while this video renders. So hope everyone is having a great weekend, and I will catch you back here for yet more Skylanders Superchargers action.